Wait for it. Wait for it.
Tears are like boogering in and out of his nose.
This is one of the first games on the console that doesn't feature Bowser as a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love how drastic that is, and then you have to go in coherence with Bowser to kind of plow through the game's story. I love that. That's a new take, a new spin, and I think secretly at the end of the day we all love Bowser as a villain, as a friend. Like, he is a great character.
I love
that
Bowser.
Created.
Mario wouldn't play tennis with him.
They'd never be on the same team together. But you gotta give it up.
Yeah.
You know, where respect is you know, needed.
It's great.
Yeah.
But also, going along the lines of Bowser being in your party in this game, he, in the Japanese version of this game, gives you the middle finger whenever he wins.
What?
He might do it.
He doesn't do it. He does the. It's not a middle finger. It's like a FU kind of like.
He literally goes. I think he gives the middle finger in the Japanese version of this game.
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta look that up. I'm not sure
because it's not. It doesn't mean the same thing.
It doesn't?
No.
What is? Oh, I mean, is it? What does it mean?
I don't know exactly what it means. It's like the middle finger is such a nebulous gesture across cultures, and yeah. I believe that it's the same reason in Mortal Kombat the movie, like he gives a middle finger to like steal your soul.
Is that really? What? That's the thing that happens?
I'm pretty sure that happens.
I always thought this was the boss of the game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like this was like that sword was like. I kept thinking to myself, how the hell am I gonna fight that massive sword?
Yeah.
Like from a logistic standpoint, yeah. If I fight this castle-based sword, he will like just stab me and I'm dead.
Yeah. Like little kid logic.
Yeah, big ass sword versus you. Like, what do you do?
Did you know that this game did not come out in Europe
at all?
It eventually came out on the Virtual Console at some point, but like literally.
When it first came out?
It never was released in Europe, which I can't imagine what that must have been like. I feel so bad for everybody who knew this game existed and that it was in
Didn't
English.
Get a chance.
In English, and you couldn't get it.
That's depressing. Now, why do you think that was?
I have no idea.
Like a localization issue?
Well, no. Well, here's funny you should say that. The only thing that they changed between this version of the game and the European Virtual Console release... Instead of the word bugger, they say pest because bugger's a dirty word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
As a kid, being a completionist sucked, and here's why. I want to show you this. Now, why would you think immediately the first thing you want to do is jump on that toad's head to get up here? That is the only time that you can actually probably get this. It's right in the opening. Maybe you can get it by chance when you return when Smithy's minion is here. I mean, unbelievable. Why would you think that?
I have no idea.
Did you know that was there? No, I'm sure.
I didn't know that. I've never like 100% of this game.
Yeah, I mean,
this is a game you know more than I do. So check behind this. Found toadstools.
Question mark.
So in the Japanese version of the game, that item, toadstools question mark, is called toadstools XXX. So I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be, but it seems like it's like porn
or like a sexual tool.
A sex toy,
yeah,
or like pantyhose or like weird,
like lingerie.
Yeah, but how weird is that? That's like in a Mario game.
I love when you really have to try to get in an enemy confrontation, like when you want, but then when you absolutely don't want it, it happens all the time.
Yeah, just like by some dumb glitch.
I still have scars from Pokemon as a kid. Just like trying to get places, and I just couldn't get anywhere.
I still get scars from Pokemon.
Like physical scars, or
probably
mental
like,
scars?
I don't know, stretch marks.
Wow.
So you get stretch marks from Pokemon.
Indirectly, right?
I guess.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, you get stretch marks for gaining weight, and you gain weight by sitting still. And I do a lot of sitting still while I play Pokemon. So it's basically Nintendo who owes me money for plastic surgery, right? That's how it works.
This conversation got so dark so quick.
Is it dark?
I'm not. No, it's not dark. It's not dark. It's just what?
All right, we got a new weapon for Mario, the Knock Knock Shell.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Shell.
That went exactly where I wanted it to go. There was nowhere else that should have gone. I feel like of all the conventions that have turned into something that it wasn't supposed to be, it's Comic-Con.
Yeah, that is the one.
Because, and like, I've noticed it for years, but this year, I turned on the TV and it was on MTV, and they're like, MTV's Comic-Con coverage. I'm like, okay, now that just doesn't make sense.
It's because it's become...
Now it's cool.
Well, it's just because movies about superheroes are such a huge thing that now anything like fantasy or sci-fi or whatever is there.
And the people who used to beat me up in high school are now dressing up.
Yeah.
And going to Comic-Con.
I'm okay with that.
Or the people who would make fun of you for going to Comic-Con are now going to Comic-Con.
Yeah. I'm not so about the... Like, I would love to be at Comic-Con and see all the things, but there's just so many people. What is the word on getting one of these dudes in Smash Bros? Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen, right?
Yeah, Square, they got the licensing, I think, on those characters.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. They're original characters.
Right.
Yeah, they're not really in anything else. Or even mentioned.
But like, when I make a game for Nintendo, I don't get to keep new Mario characters that I add.
What game did you make for Nintendo?
I made Super Mario 2.
Oh, is you dude?
Yeah, that was all
Why
me.
didn't you tell me?
So you're Mr. Doki.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are you Doki or are you Doki?
I'm Doki Panic.
So just one Doki.
Yeah.
You're a low-key Doki?
Low-key Doki. Oh god, I hate everything about how perfectly it meshes with a Comic-Con conversation.
So here we are, back for more Mario RPG.
Back for more jumping on.
Do you want me to blow your brains out? Because look at those caps and tell me that they don't look exactly like what happens when Toad wears the frickin' flying squirrel suit in new Super Mario Bros. U.
That's very true.
Or it's like Snap Crackle Pop
From the Rice Krispie game.
Rice Crisp. Not necessarily the
A
game.
game.
I was thinking more of the cereal.
The old Rice Krispie gang.
But
Yeah.
I mean, the gang?
The
I
guy-
thought you said game.
No, the dudes.
Yeah, I thought you said like the Rice Krispie gang.
I'm not...
game.
I'm
God
not...
All right. Anyways,
Anyway.
here we are, Mario RPG, Legend of Dragoon. Fraser right now, if he was still here, Fraser is not here this week.
Oh my god.
He
That's
would
what
he would
say.
freak out. And
I
just-
love that game.
I love. Well, okay. Remind me next week, guys, when Fraser's here. I'm gonna bug him.
I'm sad Fraser's not here this week.
Actually, you know what? Fraser doesn't come anymore on. He just got a promotion, so he won't be here when we record Beard Bros. Unfortunately.
No!
Fraser will be missed.
We lost him.
Greg is giving me the look of death right now.
I don't even want to go
No, it's
on.
not the look of
I
death,
can't.
it's the look of sadness.
I mean, there's not much I can do, guys.
He is a friend of mine.
He's a great friend. He's a great guy.
Friend of us all.
Fraser's a great guy. His career
He's
as
a great Gatsby.
he's a great
He's the great
he's the great
Gatsby.
Gatsby. Did we even talk about Gatsby yet? I don't know.
I believe that's
That'll make sense later
Friday.
Yeah, I think that might
That's
be
the only
Friday.
one thing I love about Beard Brothers is that we play everything out of order. So you might get jokes and references.
It's like a
Couple-
fun puzzle that you need to stay around for the whole week.
Yeah, it's like that show Vantage Point. Movie. It's a movie.
Like that show, Vantage Point.
That
It's a
television
movie.
show, it's that television show Vantage Point.
It's a movie.
The TV show on Fox, Vantage Point.
Look, we're not getting paid, Alex. You have to keep saying Vantage
Or
Point.
it's like, what is the Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy?
I think you're thinking of that movie Vantage Point.
Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Arms. Nope.
You do that like every episode.
Wild Arms actually does seem like it's the only game that we ever do. But this is Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. We're Super Beard Bros Deluxe. How much beard could a beard bro beard if a beard bro could beard beards?
Bears.
Great. Handled.
Wednesday.
Well, last time on Mario RPG, we did a little grinding, a little Q&A action.
Little Q&A grind
I
action.
like how
been a while.
nobody cares that you're just like in the corner. He's
Nobody's-
just throwing that shit out.
Nobody's like, oh shit, Mario!
Creepy Mario. Oh,
just behind the sign.
yeah, I see you're throwing bombs.
I like the shape of your buttocks.
Yes. I like your teeth. Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
What? What happened?
I'm unequipped.
Oh, nobody's equipped with
No, I don't do any damage.
anything. Alright.
Because last time we were power leveling. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? We're going to be champs. We're going to come out on top.
18 damage to Punchinello. Okay, so Punchinello, he's named after a type of an Italian puppet. The Punchinello puppet is known for being like a fat, dumb buffoon type character, and it's actually also part of an older tradition which is called Commedia dell'arte, which I don't know if you ever studied that in.
I studied that in college.
Yeah, like drama.
Yeah,
drama
absolutely.
class. It's a type of it's a really classical form of clowning that uses archetypes to move the story forward, but it's improv. It's a really historically important technique that nobody really cares about anymore.
Yeah.
But I saw some at UCLA one time.
And it blew you away?
It was hilarious. It's like a cartoon in real life.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, it borrows a lot from stuff like Kabuki. You ever seen Kabuki?
Yeah.
Where they make weird faces and do all kinds of body motions to indicate emotions. They have stock ways of doing it.
And the men play the women.
Yeah, and actually, funny story about that. If we want to go off on a little trivia tangent, originally it was women who did it, hookers and stuff. Because Kabuki started off as a type of art form that was for the people, and people just kept having sex with the hookers, and so the government had to be okay, whoa,
We gotta have a show here.
let's cool it, and so then they got
cool it with the sexing.
Yeah,
everybody.
so then they got just really pretty young men.
Because everybody knows that men don't want to have sex with other men.
Well, they
That's not a thing that happens.
Well,
in the
no,
world.
actually, what happened was they had to put the kibosh on it again.
Yeah.
Because it didn't matter. They still people just kept having sex with them. And it just became this cesspool.
Why can we not stop this?
So it was banned for a while.
Doing each
It
other.
was banned for a while, and then they changed what the stories were about. So you know how Punchinello says Nello, Punchinello, in the game when we just talked to him. It's actually a reference to Bond, James Bond.
Really?
Because originally Ted Woolsey, who was the translator for this game, he didn't want to call it Punchinello originally. He wanted to call him James Bomb.
Oh.
James Bond.
Yeah.
James Bomb.
And
That's true.
yeah.
That's weird.
And so that
I could do that. I'm down for that.
Oh my God.
Hey guys.
What?
Is it time for Super Beard Brothers Deluxe?
Should we do that? I don't know if we should.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey!
Welcome back. What's that?
What's that? This is quite possibly the best part of this whole booster arc of story, because of the fact that this cake is possessed, right? It's flat out evil. But why is it that Booster just ignores the obvious? He ignores the obvious, and right now they're gonna feed him the cake. This living, breathing thing that we defeated, this monstrosity of a cake. Yeah, he's like, how do we eat the cake? I say we boil it.
Boil the cake?
Way too messy.
Why would you boil the cake?
Why don't you just swallow it? Let's
It's like
go.
boiling a lobster. You know?
Yeah.
Like when you get the octopus, when you get the octopus tentacles from a sushi place and they're still alive on the octopus,
yeah.
and you eat them and they're trying to claw their way back up your throat. Sorry, in the middle of that factoid, Greg handed me a single M&M.
Just one. From my shirt pocket.
From his shirt pocket. So I got a little distracted for a second.
Which I like to think that's what people think of me. I'm just the guy who just does weird things.
A weird mute candy hander-outer.
You've been good.
I pleased Greg.
This is where it gets weird, because now they reveal that Bowser's on the team, and the entire kingdom now hates Bowser. I mean, they obviously have a good reason to.
You think this is where it gets weird? Not when they baked a living cake and then ate it to death?
Yeah.
But you eat living things all the time.
Not too often.
Oh?
What do you eat that's alive?
Well, you ate like still breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The cake
okay.
moved. And then he ate it.
Okay.
That's what's messed up.
All right, I see what you're saying.
I was thinking there was some obvious, like, Cheetos are alive. Or, like, yogurt. Yogurt is kind of alive.
Yogurt actually is. The bacteria in it is alive.
Bread?
I don't know.
Yeast?
Yeah.
If you told, if a
Yeast
guy
is
with a
alive.
British accent was like, bread's alive, I'd be like,
Is that like James Bond bread expert?
that's
You
who it
know.
is.
Bread's alive.
You know, bread's alive. Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
Sliced, not toasted.
So right now they're explaining the entire concept of what happened. You two are just a riot right
You
now.
don't get any M&Ms.
You guys can't see it, but every time I do good, he gives me an M&M.
Okay.
I think tomorrow we're gonna do a Q&A because we have a lot of grinding to do.
You got grinding to do?
We're at a grinding session.
Okay.
So we're gonna do Q&A. So tomorrow, guys, submit your questions to us, and we'll go ahead and
Submitted for your approval.
No,
of the
Midnight
Midnight
Society.
Society.
Wait, what are you talking about? We have to answer the questions now as we film the episode.
you ruin the illusion, bro.
You think that they're going to send in their questions? They think that they're going to send in their questions and get them answered, and we're just going to answer other people's questions?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's what we're going to do. If you see us today is Thursday of the previous week. Let's
Cut the feed. Cut the feed.
Let's get
cut
some
the feed.
questions.
Cut the feed.
We'll
Cut the
answer
feed. Cut.
Why is Larry H. Parker so jolly?
He's
I
old.
don't know if that's a
He's
question.
been
someone
in the
asked.
game for so long.
Second question, will Larry H. Parker actually fight for you?
I don't know if it's actually ever him.
Third question.
Third question,
I want to
Greg,
know.
when were you brought on, when you were brought on Beard Bros, whose idea was it in reality? I believe that was Jared's idea.
Was it my idea?
You talking about Jared or you talking about Jared?
Jared.
Jared.
Jeremy.
Jared.
Jerome?
Jerome Khalil.
Jerome.
Where's Jerome? Bring back Jerome. It's my
Jerome?
favorite comment ever said about PBG's hardcore series. Bring back Jerome. I don't know who Jerome is, but I'm back, baby.
The reason
Well, according to like most videos that Gerard and I like guest star in, we're usually as Craig and Jerome,
Yeah.
or like Craig and Jared.
yeah, Jared, Jontron, and
I'm always Craig.
yeah, Craig.
Always Craig.
One dude at SGC like called me Jontron to my face, and he was saying it as a troll. Like he's
I
like,
remember that.
He knew who I was. He was like, "Hey, Jontron," and I was like, "Hi, thanks for saying hello."
That person is gonna come onto this video comments and be like, "That was me. I'm so sorry."
Second question.
Well, no, the reason that we brought Greg on though was
Oh.
because like I do facts, Gerard plays a game, and that usually ends up me kind of sort of like talking to myself while Gerard
Is deep in
like
concentration,
dipping in the game.
so you need somebody else to
So we needed like a color,
to jellify
yeah,
with.
Jellify.
Jellify, the color of jellification.
Yeah, and so now the show is deluxe.
Yeah, deluxe baby.
True story. It's deluxe. Second question for Greg. If possible, could we ever see you playing a part of a game? I'd love to see that on Beard Bros. No, you wouldn't, actually, because it would just be frustrating for all parties involved.
You guys get so mad when Gerard dies a bunch of times on
Dude,
Donkey
you
Kong.
you don't even know.
Get ready
You
for
don't even know.
You guys don't like. After we're done recording, I think the guys just leave me alone in the room for like 30 minutes and just like let me.
like
We'll let you decompress.
Yeah, before we start filming.
just
again,
let your
do it.
let your asshole unclench. If we don't sell a Clench Shirt, I'm going to independently design, sell, and publish my own brand of Clench clothing.
Well, you heard it here first.
It's just like a little, you know how you draw a sun in preschool?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to be on the center of the shirt. And the shirt's going to be bright yellow. And it's just going to say, I'm clenched.
It's just a sun that
Like, you know, well, like, it's not actually a sun.
It's not actually.
It's
a
actually
sun.
a picture of a butthole.
No, it's weird.
But it'll look like a sun. The
it's
shirt will be
shooting a
yellow.
picture of like your face. That's just like has that like like that bloated like Kirby face, and it just says unclenched.
The DreamWorks animation face.
Yeah.
That all the main characters make on the billboards of like. You ever notice that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So funny.
I love the guy who's giving a back massage to the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, brother. Hey, brother.
He's just like a large skeleton behind a tombstone.
But he's just like rubbing it.
I think he's supposed to be like. I think it's like his grave.
Oh. Still really doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Maybe it's the grave of like one of the dead sailors.
Maybe.
Something like that. What do you think about that? How's that grab you?
I'm down for that.
Of course, that's just a theory. Again.
No, not the show. That's not the show.
Is this
theory?
Is this right?
That's all. I mean, is this show also? Hey, I'm Grump.
I'm not that grumpy.
That's with Matt Pat, right? Game theory?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that Greg was totally trolling that question, but just like
Just sticking to
the
it.
genuine look in his face.
Just gotta.
So you killed him and his tentacles are still alive?
Apparently so.
That's freaky. That's
That's
freaky.
the way. That's the way.
That's
That's
what I
the
was-
way it works. Yeah.
That's what I was just talking about the other day.
That's right. That was a different day.
Yeah, about dead octopuses trying to climb.
Isn't it octopi?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how much I
We'll
get
see-
corrected.
we'll
It
see.
might be a thing where like dead it's one thing, alive it's another. I don't know.
That's
The
weird.
tentacles try and crawl back out of your throat and they can choke you to death if you're not careful. So
Now, in some like they do like live baby octopus.
Mm-hmm.
People eat those.
yeah,
And, like it swims around in your stomach.
it's freaky
That's
deaky.
frightening.
It's freaky deaky to me
horrifying.
because
I'd never want to do that.
octopi are real smart. They're like real smart. I don't know how
Those bitches
ethical
will
it is.
crawl back up your mouth.
I don't know how ethical it is.
It knows what is happening.
Yeah, I don't know how ethical it is to eat them. Literally, like, they can, if you put your hand in the tank with them and they touch you, they can recognize you.
What?
Yeah. You know, you always hear those weird stories about octopi, like, getting out of their cages.
Yeah.
And, like, eating another fish in the aquarium and then going back in their cage and closing the door.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know what other animals are like super smart?
Crows?
Crows.
I knew you were going to say
are
crows.
insane.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary where
You
there
guys
was.
want to call it, guys?
There's
or?
like, well, it's not even 10 minutes.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll-
Well, I don't know. I've been in the zone of killing.
You didn't want to hear my crow story?
No, go continue the story.
Dick. So it was like a glass tube, it was like maybe 6 inches tall with like a nut or something in the bottom with it was a little basket
Why did
with
this
food
exist?
in it. No, it was an experiment.
Oh, I was like, where were they?
So and they put a crow in there, and there's just a piece of wire, a straight piece of wire next to it. So the bird for a while like tries to shove its head in there to try and grab the little basket, and then after a while it grabs the wire and like tips the wire in there to try and get it, and then it bends the wire into a hook, hooks out the basket and gets the food out and then eats the food. Isn't that insane?
So they're using tools.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, what'd you have for lunch today?
Ooh, I had poutine.
How'd that go?
I literally probably, like, am unable to have children now.
You hear that, Canada? You're taking the children away
but
from America.
you want to know something, Canada? It's not your fault. It's some asshole in the South Bay of California who thinks he can make poutine by melting cheese over some French fries and pouring some gravy on it. What's this?
Let me go save real quick. I just need to.
Because you can.
You can never
save enough.
You can never Hector Salamanca
And I just
enough.
can't save enough. There we go.
I
just can't save enough.
Just can't save enough.
That's a real song.
I just can't save enough.
What is WinRAR?
Can't seem to save
WinRAR is the program.
I know what WinRAR is as a program. Why is the first save file called WinRAR?
Because whenever I live stream, the audience picked the name of my file,
And
and they elected WinRAR.
Hilarious.
There's a program that I will never buy
WinRAR?
because I don't mind pressing close.
Well, it says like free trial, but you can still use it.
Yeah.
Well, you just have to press close.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, would you like to experience this program without having to press one extra button?
Yeah.
No, I'm fine, actually. Well then, our business plan is flawed. Whoa.
Okay, so this is Yuridovich.
He turns into General Grievous from episode 3.
Pretty much. God, what a disappointment, General Grievous. What a disappointment.
Died
he
by
was.
a blaster.
He died by a blaster, and also he's like sick as hell in the movie, but in the cartoon.
He's not sick.
Yeah, Mace Windu like grabbed his heart.
Yeah, it's what. Yeah, it's
Those
he was
gently-
all fine and dandy, but then Mace Windu force crushed his his
He just,
what is
like-
it, torso.
Yeah, he
so
just,
it
like-
smashes his lungs, so he can't breathe properly.
He literally like
That's awesome.
He literally like kills Jedi.
Yeah.
24/7 in the cartoon.
Yeah.
And then he's like weak in the movie. I'm like, show me
Yeah.
the cool one. But
I did think it was really cool the way that like that made watching the cartoon like totally worth it.
Oh, like,
because it was
see-
like instant gratification of like
Those-
see it did matter.
those
That did
cartoons are
happen.
better than the prequels put together.
Oh yeah. Totally.
He's named after the thing he looks like, which is a spear. But for some reason, he has a Russian name. Maybe because he's red. I don't know.
Or they had hit the other stereotypes enough,
Yeah, I mean,
so it was time to go after the Russians.
90s video gaming is just a racist mess all around.
Yeah, it really
like,
is.
look at Street Fighter 2. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's just like the most racist game.
Or how about 90s shows? Power Rangers?
The thing about also about 90s is like the cartoons. Have I ever talked about this before on here? I feel like I might have. That all the cartoons and
Are
like
really gross.
Well, yeah, but all the cartoons and sitcoms, like one character is just like retarded,
Yeah.
just like mentally actually retarded. I mean, I guess that's not the best PC way to say it, but like there's like a
Dog and Cat Dog.
yeah, or the Ed. There's Ed, and Eddie.
Ed, and Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah, Chief Wiggum's kid in The Simpsons.
Yeah, exactly.
Ralph.
Ralph Wiggum. There's just like a bunch of like, there's one group, there's like one friend in the group who's just like, duh. And it's not even like, he's like a mentally challenged person. He's just like stupid,
Yeah.
you know?
But people confuse that though.
Like on Glee, there's an actual character with Down syndrome who's like a real fleshed out character who's like done very well.
And she actually has Down
Yeah,
syndrome.
I don't really watch Glee, but like, I know that there's a character on there with Down syndrome who's like, you know,
Right.
got like wants and needs and is like a well-written character. But in the 90s, it was just like some dumb person. I can't believe we got away with that for that long.
Or like Speed Buggy
Yeah.
from the 70s.
Yeah.
Just like, doesn't really say anything. It just makes noises. And
That's like an even worse.
Andre reminded me of him.
Andre
Black
Black
Nerd.
Nerd.
Yeah. I forget what he was talking about, but he brought that up. I'm like, oh yeah, I used to hate that cartoon. Because it was like the bad version of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. It also says that Monstro Town is a pun on the word monster, which it is not, because it doesn't mean anything besides monster. If your car, if you were like, hey man, check out my new car. I called it Gerard. It's a pun on my name. I'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? Those geckos look so not from Mario.
My girlfriend right now would be freaking out. She has a weird obsession with geckos.
What kind of obsession? Like a negative
She
one?
loves geckos. Like sometimes she'll look at me and she'll just do a gecko face, and she'll say, "I'm a gecko."
I have a question. What
And
is
I'm like-
what is a gecko face?
It's like,
Like you can make the face to me and I'll describe it to the listeners.
okay, here we go.
Okay, so it looks like he ate like a tiny chocolate that he really likes, and he keeps sticking his tongue out of his mouth like a little bit with his eyes closed because he wants to like retaste the chocolate.
It's a pretty good accurate
That's
depiction.
exactly
yeah.
what it looks like, and his eyes are like half open. There's a cute enemy called a Luco, that in Japanese is called a Kurara, which is like a kind of like a pun on jellyfish. And then Muckle is like the big version, that's like the scary version, and in Japanese it's called the High Kurara, which is like, you know, the big version, like super jellyfish or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry everyone.
No, it's okay. I'm not gonna lie, Alex. I tried my best to keep in the conversation, but I was not there.
You went away?
I'm so sorry. I was gone, man.
You missed-
I latered, man.
You missed it, all of that?
No, like I understood a
You're
little
here.
bit of it.
You're here now.
I think I'm back. I'm still. It was just a lot, and I was focusing on the story a little bit.
It's okay.
But I love you, man. Everyone at home loves you too.
I hope so.
Like you're the kind of guy I want to invite home
What do you mean?
to hang out with my family.
To hang out with your family?
Yeah, man.
I think your dad thinks that I'm trouble.
It's like you're so far from it. It's ridiculous. Listen, Dad, if you're watching this, leave Alex alone.
Yeah.
And Dad, I know you're not watching this, so
What are you doing? Turn this off. Go back and do something else.
this is why I really dislike
Oh, God.
Valentina First off, I don't want to be that guy, but let us examine her chesticles.
Oh, her waist. She looks like the like sexy Kong from Donkey Kong Country.
Candy Kong?
Yeah.
All right, now observe her chest, okay?
Oh God.
That jiggle animation, like one of the most uncomfortable things we need to see in this game.
Not only that, but it's like gross. It doesn't look real at all.
And look at the bird's eyes too.
It really makes it seem like you're punching her right in the boobs.
Yeah.
It's very gross.
The fact that right now Mario's hands are way too big for himself, like they're just massive.
Yeah.
And he's just punching her right in the boob.
Super weird.
What's up? What's good?
What is good?
I don't know.
What is the mean?
I'm asking you, Alex. What is good with you?
What's good with me?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like more like.
Oh, dude, I just got attacked.
I thought you meant more like
it.
what's good, like versus like what's bad, like what really. What is good, you know?
This is some philosophical stuff. Welcome to Beer Bros, guys. And this is where everyone at home, I want to explain to you how being the completionist sometimes sucks.
Okay.
And you are going to enjoy. The rest of this video is going to be dedicated just to this one game. Once
What?
Alex is ready, you're going to
Are you
see
serious?
why. I am dead serious.
That's no fun.
It's no fun at all. Hello, Mario. I own this casino. Feel free to enjoy yourself.
I run this casino.
Business is slow. Hey, Mario, want to play Look the Other Way with me? Ready and look the other way. Left or right, Alex?
Left.
We lost.
What?
Try again.
What? It,
Left or right, Alex?
left.
We lost.
What?
All right. Left or right, Alex?
Right.
We win.
So that's one.
That's one. You can offer us a wilty shroom. And toss it.
How many times do we have to do this?
99 more times to go.
In a row?
No.
Oh my god.
That's why we have the clicker.
I was about to hit you in the face.
Boom. That's two.
Okay.
So mark it down. Red essence. This is actually a dope item. Makes us invincible.
I just want to issue a formal apology to anyone.
No, this is what we promised. Welcome to my life. Left or right, Alex?
Left.
We lost.
Oh my god, just don't listen to me.
All
Every
right, here
time
we go.
you do it, you win. Why don't you talk about what kind of like other things like this that you've done? And then
Like,
we can make
what are the worst?
like the most like tedious ass things you've ever done. Like this could be the question of the day. Is like
most
in the
tedious
comments like
thing.
yeah, like you could write in the comments like stupid things like this that you've done over and over and over again. One time, me and Kelly, we date, right? On the decks, my co-host.
Spoiler.
My co-host on the decks, Kelly and I, we date. And
I feel like everyone at home who didn't know that is now freaking out.
every time that I say it, everyone freaks out.
What?
Yeah. But one time we got in a fight, and I felt bad afterwards, and I wanted to make it up to her. So for like 3 days, she really likes Donphan, the Pokemon, and so for 3 days, I just like tried to get a shiny one, legitimately, and I just didn't get one.
Did you eventually get one?
I never ever got one.
I want to get one now for you.
Like trading for one is like an option, but like that doesn't do it for me, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I wanted to get like a legit one from my own game to give to her, but like I literally had to just stop and tell her like, look, I really wanted to get you this nice thing, but I've been literally playing this for 15 hours and I just can't do it. I'm really sorry. And she was touched. And so it worked out, but you know, sorry, the Donphan will never exist. What about you?
What are we talking, for women or just in general?
For women? No, mine just
Like-
happens to be about women.
Okay.
What, like, I can think of another one that I've done probably.
I've done some tedious things for women to like show my appreciation.
I just mean, what are some tedious game things? We don't have to get into your love life if you don't want.
Well, I mean, I'm down if everyone else is down, but you guys can't tell us until...
All right, well, let's see. Well, are you guys down?
They seem pretty quiet about it.
You know what? If they're down, you're going to win this one.
They're not down.
They're not
They're
down.
not down. I'll just talk about. Well, I mean, okay. I'll talk about some games that really affected me from the tedious perspective.
Yeah, there you go.
In recent weeks, it's been Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah, you can get into that right now. That was really annoying.
So, fun fact, spoiler, future completionist episode, Assassin's Creed 1. Assassin's Creed 1, I legitimately played through it 100%, was feeling really good about my run, got back in the swing of things, and I left all the flag collecting and Templar killing to the very end, because I didn't want to...
Like you do. Yeah.
Like you do, because, you know, it gets complicated if you do it. And as I was doing it, I kind of accidentally every now and then would kill a Templar or collect a flag, because they all look the same, especially in Acre. They all just look the exact same. And I as I was like narrowing down to the last three achievements, which is get the flags in Acre and get the flags in and kill the Templars. I killed them all, or I thought I killed them all, but I was missing one Templar. And I thought I got all the flags, but I was missing one flag. And I went through and checked all 60 Templar locations. And I went through and checked all 100 locations in Acre.
It was insane because, you know, the saddest thing about it was that at the beginning he was like, you know what? I'm having a fun time playing Assassin's Creed.
I was having a great time.
He was like telling me all these stories like, oh, like I went back, this is like taking me back to college when like me and Greg sat on the couch and I just played this game with me, Greg, and Frazier. Just like, yeah. And like fast forward 24 hours to the next day that he was playing it, and he was like just like saying things that have I ever dropped an F-bomb on this show?
I don't. You probably have, more than me at least.
I was gonna do it right now, but I feel like maybe I haven't yet, and I don't want to if I haven't.
No, you have for sure.
But he just was like a sad man.
I was very depressed. So the solution, guys, here's what happened. Apparently at one point I killed a Templar and I collected a flag at the same time, and the game overcompensated for that.
It like won't like,
and it took away one of the flags and one of the Templar locations. So with that in mind, my game was bugged, and I had no choice but to start the game over again.
Replay the whole game.
Yeah, very depressing stuff. So that's been my most recent one. One that I can tell you about that everyone... I talked about it a little bit on the episode of this game. Metal Gear Solid.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord. I have never played... That one didn't count. I lost that one. I have never played a game as much as I did that game in the time span that I did. And it was
pretty brutal.
So depressing. And what was weird is I was very closeted about it too. Like, I didn't tell anyone I was playing it. Alex had no idea I was doing the game. I just literally sat there in my corner of my room with my PSP practicing speed runs.
You guys should have seen it.
For Metal Gear Solid, I think we did, it was a total of 156 hours, I believe.
Jesus.
With, I think, over 56 attempts at getting big boss ranking. For no reason whatsoever, just to prove that I did it. Like, a legitimate run. Another one was Catherine.
Catherine, oh my god.
Alex, I didn't know you when I completed Catherine.
No, but
if you had known me then, I think you would have been worried about starting the show with me, because I was a very unhappy person playing that game. Because I think there's a couple reasons wrong with Catherine. One, the boss fights are a little unfair, because on hard mode, the difference between hard mode and normal mode is that in hard mode you don't have the undo button. So when you pull out a block, you're kind of just screwed. If you mess up, you just have to die and start over. But with so that really sucks. In the boss rush modes, especially in hard mode, it's like impossible. You have to memorize a solid pattern, and if you don't, you're screwed. And just understanding how the boss thinks. And, you can't memorize it. You cannot memorize...
It's different every time?
Yeah, because the boss does things to the stage that affects what happens. Maybe the block will change its texture, or maybe it'll destroy the block, or maybe it'll knock you off a block, so you have to reclimb it. It's pretty frustrating, and it only gets worse when you do the Babel mode. Babel mode, for you guys, if you don't know, it's a completely randomized... level. You play 4 or 5 levels that are randomized, and it's just a matter of looking at it and figuring out the best way to build a ladder and build a bridge and keep going. And one of the achievements is beat it with get to the last level of Babel with over 6,000 steps climbed, something like that. It's really hard to, and the best way to do that actually is to do it with a friend, because if you do it with a friend, the steps cut in half, but it's still very difficult, and I still have nightmares about that. Especially when you have the scary thought of, oh, if I don't complete this game, then I'm no longer the completionist anymore, I can't fake the footage. That's the one thing that people don't realize, is that I have to legitimately show off my winnings at the end, or else I have nothing to prove that I actually did what I said I did.
Yeah, what's another tough one? Is new Super Mario
Brothers Wii U?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about those gold challenges. Some of those were just complete, utter bullshit.
That game is so hard.
Yeah, you don't even get near me with that.
I've had parties at my house based around beating 4 levels of that. I'm not even joking. For 5 hours we would just sit there and just try and beat it.
Oh god,
and we'd progressively get drunker, so we'd get worse at it, but it was still stupid hard. I probably didn't take quite as much time as you did, but man.
I'll tell you one I've been working on for a while since the game came out. A Link Between Worlds. I said in the review for that game that I completed it as much as I could, right, by getting everything. And I got everything, except there's one thing I didn't get, which I didn't know about until after the game came out. The Cuckoo game, the endless Cuckoo game, actually has an end. It's not endless. It keeps going. And if you beat it, you get a Cuckoo that gives you, I think, rupees and full life. An insane, unlimited supply of it. But you have to survive for 999 seconds, which for those of you guys who don't know quick math, that's almost 14 and a half minutes of that Cuckoo game.
That's ridiculous.
And
that game is so hard.
It's very hard. My highest score to date, I think, is 796 seconds.
Wow, what a heartbreak.
One of the biggest things that really upset me about Dead Rising was the AI was just horrendous. And you hear a big rant about that in the review. Otis's calls.
That was ridiculous.
Utter bullshit. I got every single call except one. And the call was, this one call which made me so mad. Essentially, you have to, before you do story missions, actual missions in the game, you have to get a phone call telling you to go to that particular place from Otis to go there.
Yeah, you can't be there already.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking, and I did that for one of the last missions.
The one with Isabella?
Yeah.
I remember that.
And I saved it.
We have 20 left, by the way.
20 left. I saved it, which meant I had to start the game over after I completed it, the difficult way.
Play through it all the way again.
All the way over again. I had to do it, I did it 4 times total.
And then you missed a call.
Five times. One for my Mega Man gun, which was if you want to complete that game and you don't have the Mega Man gun, you're a better man than I am, but goddamn, you need that Mega Man gun. It makes it so much easier to do everything you want.
And it's still hard.
And it's still difficult. So 1 for the Mega Man gun, 2 for the normal playthrough to beat the game, and that one also constituted, in that achievement, in that run, I got several achievements, majority of the achievements from that one. But what else? The third playthrough, I did the Frank the Pimp achievement, which is you have to save 4 female escorts at the same time. Or no, 8 female escorts. You have to max out, which requires you to kill some of the males at those precise moments, and then find the other females.
What a weird achievement.
Yeah. My 4th playthrough was my 2nd attempt at Otis's call. I messed that one up, and I lost that one about halfway through the game. Had to start over, and I did one final playthrough for Otis's, and I did that one.
But then
the evil achievement of all hell, which is the Infinity Mode. Infinity Mode requires you to survive for 7 in-game days, which approximately translates to, I think, 14 hours of consistent gameplay.
Yeah.
And I live streamed that, and most of you guys were there for that, and it was a wonderful treat to have all of you there support me and like not give up on me, because there were so many moments of just like, I want to give up, I want to cry, I'm tired of playing this game. I wasn't going to make it, honestly, without you guys watching me do it.
Yeah, because you guys don't get to see the playing that often.
Yeah, and I struggle when I'm doing it.
And like,
really,
if that 14-hour playthrough seemed like a lot, he played more than double that.
Mm-hmm. More than double. I think almost triple.
Yeah.
In the normal campaign alone, just to get those achievements. And mind you, I did this on my old Xbox account, my old Xbox Live account, and I never actually got the achievement because there's a corruption issue in the food court. In the food court at near Alfresca Plaza, on day 4, there's a game-breaking issue. If you visit that plaza in between like the 4th, like noon and 5 p.m., the game can break. And that happened to me all the time when I played that game as a kid. When I was 18.
As a little boy.
When I was 18. And I got so mad, I sold my Xbox. I bought my Xbox to play Dead Rising, and I sold it because of Dead Rising. Because I was so angry. It was
That's
so
crazy.
depressing. And that story always reminds me of why I hate Dead Rising. Well, other than that, I think it's a great game. I gave it a pretty harsh rating, but it deserves it compared to what conventional aspects of games are available nowadays.
It just doesn't hold up. Like, it was a great launch title.
Means.
Was it even a launch title?
It was.
Launch
It was
window?
a third-party launch title.
Later, man.
See you guys. Beard Bros. All right, guys, we're back. We've been here the whole time doing that.
Man, if you guys could see my cool Scott Pilgrim shirt that I'm wearing right now.
Guys, we almost wore the same shirt at the same party because it's we got it the same day.
It was a Yeti shirt, so it was like time limited, so we had to order it on the same day.
Yeah, and
So
they both showed up at the same time, the same day.
Because we both give our office as the like delivery address. We were both like, are we gonna be boyfriends at this party and just like wear the same shirt? And then we decided that since it was Greg's family party, that we probably it would be weird if we did that. I wonder why this is where the monkey is. Do you think that it's because of Donkey Kong Country?
Why would you say that?
Because isn't Donkey Kong Island or whatever it's called? Isn't it a volcano?
That'd be a meta.
Isn't it though?
A meta thing.
It is, right?
I don't think so.
There's not a-
Maybe in the new one.
No,
I don't think there's no volcano. Oh, okay, yeah, no, there. In the second one, there's a volcano.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe it's a reference to that? Like, why else? Can you think of a reason why the Donkey Kong character would be in a volcano?
No, I think you got that pretty solid.
That's something that you heard here first, dogs. When that fact
Dogs?
takes over Reddit tomorrow,
Which is never.
you come back here to Super Beard Bros and you say, "Yo, Alex."
Did you nerd gaming, Alex?
Did you nerd Alex? So
Well, I
this-
really
these
don't
things are
need
called
it.
magmus or magmus.
Megamoose?
But in Japanese, they're called Meg helmets. Meg
Meg
helmet.
Meg helmet?
I don't really know what that is. Meg helmet? What the hell is a Meg helmet?
Oh, damn.
Can that be the question of the day? What the hell is a Meg helmet?
Question of the day. What the hell is a Meg helmet? And if you guys just put a picture of Meg from Family Guy in the comments, that doesn't count.
If you take Magmus, though, if you take Magmus, the enemy, and you Photoshop it together with Meg Griffin,
Bonus points.
bonus points.
And put it in the wiki. Why not this? Why don't you put it in the wiki as a DLC character?
What do you mean?
Like
A DLC character playable in the wiki?
Magnus Griffin gets her own.
Magmus Griffin?
Magnus Griffin.
Magmus Griffin is the character that's so lame that she didn't make it into the game. And she's fake.
Oh, and she's fake.
She's so lame, she's fake. See, this is like a perspective puzzle, which is maybe one of the worst types of puzzles in the entire world.
I keep forgetting to hit that jump button at the last second.
That could be a question. What's a game where like it's hard to like get around because it's
Damn it.
because you can't tell what's going on? And I I hate to mention another isometric 3D game as my answer, but if you guys have ever played Sonic 3D Blast, while it's not as confusing as this, it is still fairly confusing.
You know what pisses me off about Sonic 3D Blast? The
What?
fact that you collect the Chaos Emeralds and you don't turn into Super Sonic.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of horse crap.
They probably, like, did, and then, like, they couldn't do it because it was too hard.
Oh, stop it. It's too hard.
I'm not trying to make excuses for them. I have no idea what's going on.
Alex, stop standing up for them.
I was a baby. I was a little boy
You know
at
what?
the
Can
time.
you stop standing up for them?
I have no idea what's
Don't
going on.
appreciate you standing up for Sega.
I love Sega.
Get out of here. God, what is going on with our lives?
I don't like how, like, sexual the stars are.
What confuses me the most is the bird. What is the bird at the end?
Maybe
These stars are
they're
dancing.
buds because they're both things that fly around heads when people are dizzy.
Did you know?
What if we did, like, for the bonus for this episode, what if we did, like, a bonus Mario-related series?
Like what? A
Well,
related series? I mean, Alex, we're trying to wrap things up here and not prolong it.
yeah, but, you know, if the game was short enough and it was a fan favorite enough...
That's the most disgusting wink I've ever seen in the history of winks. Just
Well,
given
no
to
one
me.
else gets to see it but you, so
That
it's fine
wink.
with me.
That wink, I cannot describe any more of how atrocious it was.
Atrocious is such a strong word.
It was a strong image.
The pulsar looks like it would be like something that comes out of an ice cream truck,
Yeah, I can see that.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
Those like candy ball eyes.
yeah.
It's always so funny because you see the picture on the side of the truck and it looks awesome, and then like you get it and the eyes are
You're
like
just
not.
so bummed.
They're like not even in the right spot. You immediately feel embarrassed.
That is such real experiences right there.
Yeah, you're just like, oh god damn it, why did I buy this?
This is like my favorite song,
The best part.
though. And this is like just a great way to like to yep.
Trivia. That spells Mario. He's the name. That's the name of the main character.
Did you look that one up or did that one just
I
happen?
actually that one just came to me.
I hate spiders.
Dude, I hate spiders too.
It's
Listen
just
to all you YouTube usernames out there who it's a generic default picture with the fucking spider on there. Screw you, man.
yeah.
Don't do that.
You gotta return
What
that
the
king.
fuck is that thing, Alex?
It is a cobra, right?
It's a snake. Yeah. It's a Nyololin, and it's guess what?
What?
Nyololin. It's a onomatopoeia
For what?
For wriggling.
No, that's not. I'm actually gonna call fucking shenanigans. on that. Every other one I could believe, like pom pom pom, whatever the fucking shit we were talking about a second ago. Yeah, patapon. That doesn't make. Try it. I'm giving you like. Say it fast. Say it slow. I don't care how you say it. It doesn't make any sense. Japan, you're bad at onomatopoeia.